Ready to go?
We're all
Okay.
set.
All right. I'll call the meeting to order. Would you please do the roll call?
Yes. Actually, I don't have the names of everybody. I see who's here. We have Jim. And Sally. Present.
Chris.
And Heather. And Nancy.
Yeah, was that me and Nancy's here?
Yes, okay.
Do we have any amendments to the agenda for today's meeting? Liz?
Right. I was wondering if you were interested. You noticed that in the letter from Drew Ware, he has plans for a warehouse, which is not related to anything currently on the agenda. But in order to build a warehouse, you have to have a residential dwelling on a property, to build the accessory dwelling. And they're not going to have that. So they're going to need a conditional use permit to build a warehouse on a residential lot without a dwelling. That's a 2-meeting process. So I was wondering if you would like to amend the agenda under the consent calendar pending filing of an application and fees for a conditional use permit, to accept that, to schedule it for the next meeting so that they don't have
Okay.
to wait 3 months
Yeah,
to have it considered.
yeah. We can do that. Let's see here. There's consent calendar. We got any other amendments to the,
Someone actually has, not me, has
Yeah.
to make that motion.
I'm just-
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
So I move that we accept the agenda with the addition on 6, the consent calendar, excuse me, under the consent calendar, adding the conditional use permit for the warehouse for Drew Ware,
pending application?
pending application.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Any other amendments? Hearing none, do we have a motion to approve as amended?
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Do we have any amendments to the minutes from the previous meeting? I didn't see anything. Liz, do you see anything? Okay. Do we have a motion to approve?
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Do we have any public comments that are unrelated to agenda items on today's meeting? Hearing none, we'll move on to the consent calendar. We've added, except an application for a conditional use permit, pending application for Drew Ware. Do we have a motion to put that on the calendar for our next meeting?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Moving on to public hearing items. Our first one is considering an application from Wesley Davis, DBA Hermosa Holdings, LLC, for a variance from a 20-yard setback, 20-foot yard setback requirement. Sorry, my copy is pretty bad, so I'm having trouble reading here. 20-foot side yard setback requirement at I think it's 1103 South Nordic. Do we have any public testimony on this?
Retaining wall.
retaining wall. Do we have any public testimony on this? Do we have a motion? So we can discuss.
I move that we pass the application from Wesley Davis DBA Hermosa Holdings LLC for a variance for the 20-foot setback requirement at this property and also the 8-foot retaining wall.
And findings of fact. Do you accept the findings of fact?
Oh, and as with the submitted findings of fact.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Discussion.
Um,
In their
Mr.
application,
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
could you say that one more time, what the motion was? I'm sorry. What
Motion
the,
was to approve the application from them for a variance on 20-foot setback and the 8-foot retaining wall as submitted in the findings of fact.
I don't think they need a variance for the retaining wall. Yeah. So you're saying as a recommended motion, which is a 5 feet, within 5 feet of the property line.
correct.
Okay. And I'll just point out that I don't actually have findings for the first one.
Hmm.
So to fill in that blank anyway,
Okay.
on page 9.
Yeah, I see that.
Thank you.
I noted in their application, they asked for 5 feet to the wall of the building, but then we're talking about a 1-foot overhang on the eaves. And so that would bring the building within 4 feet of the property line, not 5 feet.
Mr. Chairman, just to clarify, in the findings, it's 5 feet to the closest.
In the findings of fact, you
Yeah.
said 5 feet to the closest, yes.
Yeah. So
But I'm
that's
just saying what they've asked
Right.
for. I just want to make sure this is very clear.
right. Me too.
So,
So,
yeah.
so the motion is no closer than 5
no
feet.
closer than 5 feet.
Right.
for
Which is
any part of
different
the
than what
building.
they, which is
Right.
different than what the request is.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 feet from the edge of their eave, hangover.
Further discussion?
I wish it had been drawn to scale.
No,
I really hung up on not being able to visualize the scale of it all. You know, it's a big building with a really tall,
Mhm.
it's a big.
It's a very tall
building.
building.
Yeah, so
And I wanted to know where the snow load fell off.
it looks like it's pitched, to me, it looks like it's pitched to fall on the Litzheim side of their property line. The property line that they share with the Litzheims. Doesn't it seem like that's where the snow load's going from this depiction or?
Yeah,
I don't know, it doesn't. I
well,
don't
that's the
know.
retaining wall is on that.
Yeah,
one
so
side,
then,
it
so
would-
then that would bring that eve really close to their shared property
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
You can ask him a question.
Yeah. Could you please step up to the mic so we can have it on the record? So,
Can we turn that ban or whatever it is off?
My name is Wes Davis. I'm with Hermosa Holdings. This is not an engineered drawing of the building, not to scale. It's something we're just, right now, any snow loads are gonna go behind the building. Nothing's designed to fall away over to that line there towards the wall.
Okay.
Okay, so how's it pitched? I mean,
It's gonna be pitched straight back and straight forward.
okay, so if I enter your property from Wesley Street and drive straight in, it's gonna shed onto your.
Onto my parking lot.
Onto your
yes.
parking lot and
Yeah.
not, and it doesn't go like this with the Litzheim property like this. It's gonna shed onto your parking.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I visioned it the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a good artist, so I don't know how to draw it the other way, but, yeah, we're looking to, I mean, it'll all come out eventually in the building plans. Once those are approved and signed out by fire marshals and get engineered drawings. But really, we're just looking to have, 5 feet. That's just enough to do maintenance and get around the building. We're trying to fit a 3-bay shop in that space. Is the whole point of, trying to get closer just to use all of our land there.
Becky, can you put this up on the,
Don't have it.
you don't have it? You guys sent it to us.
I think Karen sent it before she left, but let me see.
So I mean, I am a little still confused.
am
then. Is
confused.
the snow
What
load
did-
gonna fall in front of your bays? In front
So
of
if you
your
look
3
at,
bays?
if you look at Petersburg Motors, their building, it's a 1-pitch roof. It goes straight back, and falls
Wesley
behind.
Street.
us.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna have
It's gonna be the
a
whole length.
straight up
This is the main
facade,
retaining wall?
and then it's gonna all shed to the back.
Yes.
And you
If-
don't
but
have
if-
like a,
If I decide to
two-pitch
have a
roof.
covered parking and more concrete out and covered, then that will have to fall away from the building towards that.
This whole
But
thing
that's
is gonna
not
be retaining
depicted
wall,
in
so that's
here
what I don't
because
understand.
it's not
And
part of
then
the
we keep
variance.
Okay.
talking about the Litzheim property.
so,
Aren't they over here? Yeah.
One question I have is, we have to answer for planning commission the findings of fact on this. And one of the questions we have to answer is there is an exceptional physical circumstances or conditions applicable to the property or to its intended use or development, which do not generally apply to other properties in the same zone. And so what, to give you the variance, why can't you utilize property differently or why was that a problem to you to utilize the property differently? That's what we need to know.
So for example, if we turn the building to have the side of it face Wesley Street, it just doesn't leave enough room to turn around and back into the shop. It's gonna put the building too close to the existing building and really just make it unusable. We'd have to have more than, 10 feet to drive into the shop. So just for maximize the lot coverage and, we're trying to have room for parking.
Not working.
No, I'm gonna get the scanner.
I think I've lost them anyway.
I don't see